Hi everyone, welcome back to Read to Win. I know it's been a long time since I've posted anything, but I figured I had enough material up for everyone to kind of get going on helping out your kiddo with some reading skills. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward. We talked about a lot of things, including alphabet, including consonant sounds, vowel sounds, the importance of teaching those short vowels, and having your kiddo hear those short vowels. Again, all that is called phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness you can do with your eyes closed because you're just hearing things. Phonics is when you attach that letter to that sound. Then it becomes phonics. Another thing that you can do with your pre-K and kindergartner, that's an important skill, not the most important skill for them to have in order to read well, is rhyming. It's also fun. So, of course, listening to stories that are rhyming or reading your kiddo stories that rhyme is fun, but you can do this while you're driving in the car or just chatting with them and just helping them to hear that rhyme. Kids that have dyslexia have a really hard time hearing that rhyme and that kind of sing-song way of our language. So a couple of things that you can do to introduce rhyming to kids is Cat in the Hat books. Simple things like that, and make them notice it. Stop and say, wow, did you hear cat and hat have the same sound at the end of the word? That's the way I describe rhyming to all my students in school. Rhyming words have the same sound at the end of the word. So it's important that they hear the at and not just the t, right? So cat, k, at, and h, at have the same sound of at the end of the word. Oftentimes I use my alphabet strip to help them with this concept. So hopefully you've created one of these for your kiddos and you've been touching and saying your letters. I find sometimes, now it becomes a little bit of a phonics thing, but this is a really good visual way to get them to start hearing the rhyme if they're not hearing it. I'll say, I want you to find a word that rhymes with, we'll just stick with the easy one, cat. My word is k, at, cat. So I like them to identify, here's the k sound, and here's the at as a chunk at the end of the word. And I want that at to stay together, okay? So that's why I'm pointing like this. So help me find a word that rhymes with k, at, cat. Then, if they're still struggling and they're looking at you like, I have no idea what you're talking about, you can try to go, what sound does this letter make? It says, let's try to put that at the beginning. So here it was k, at. Let's put the at the end of this. Let's make this sound, at, hat. Is that a word that rhymes with cat? Does it sound the same at the end? Yeah, it does. Okay, let's try another one. Put this sound at the beginning of the word, at. What word do we have? Mat. Does that rhyme with cat, hat, mat? Yeah, they all rhyme because they all sound the same at the end of the word. This sound of k in cat is called the onset. The at part is called the rhyme, R-I-M-E. Not rhyme that we hear, but it's the ending sound that is the same. So onset is k, rhyme is at. So we could try it with different sounds, right? How about and, man? My word is man, and. Tell me, can you find a word that rhymes with man? They struggle again, point to a letter. Try to putting this at the beginning. P, an, pan. Good. Try this one at the beginning. T, and. So you can walk them through it, and this might take practice, but they will get better at it as time goes on. So don't give up, okay? So that's a good way to begin to help them hear rhyme. Then you can always find pictures. So there's lots of activities out there on Teachers Pay Teachers, on thisreadingmama.com, some other websites that I've given you that have pictures. They'll have 4 pictures of things, like a man, a pan, the color tan, and then they'll have one that doesn't rhyme, like bug. And a fun thing to do with your kid is to put out all 4 of those pictures and say the words with them and point to each picture as you're saying those words. If you need to break it apart into the onset and rhyme, then do that so they can hear it. And then say which one doesn't fit. 3 of them rhyme, but 1 of them doesn't. Which one doesn't fit? Man, pan, tan, bug. And so you can walk them through this, and just giving them the answer and building them their confidence is really important. So do that. Build their confidence, build their confidence, build their confidence until they can take off and do it on their own. And it's a fun thing too. Then you can start driving around and say, I see a sign. Can you tell me a word that rhymes with sign? Sign. And see if they can put it together and find a word. You might give them the hints. Find, put at the beginning. Fine. Okay, good. Just a fun way to get your kiddos starting to hear sounds in words. So I encourage you to try rhyming with your pre-K and K student. If they struggle with it, keep practicing. Again, it's not a hugely important skill for them to have, but it is important for them to start hearing sounds. It's also really good for them to break up and isolate that initial sound with that ending rhyme sound, okay? Because that's kind of the next step, and I will save that for another video, is hearing those initial sounds in words. Okay, I hope that this is serving some of you well. Please share this with other people. If you have any questions, email me. I do try to check my email every now and then, but I don't do a great job at it. So have a great day. I hope you are enjoying working with your kiddo.